I wrote a blog post recently around the topic, why ask why? And it's been showing up a lot lately of clients and just people that I follow and people that I have dialogues with around that space that we play in where we ask why. And really when we're unpacking the past and trying to figure out what we want to do with usually difficult situations, but it can be in positive situations too. Like, what's the formula? Why did it happen that way? And then how can I understand it so that I can increase how much pleasure I get in the future and decrease the amount of pain and risk. And I mean, our minds are really good at finding patterns and problem solving and allowing us to be able to efficiently create and control our reality. Yet in that curiosity drive, it can get us really stuck sometimes in that why spiral, especially when there are questions that there might not be answers for, or answers that, not that we want to avoid painful things, but at a certain point it might not serve us to keep asking why. And so what if instead the question we gave ourselves the space to answer is what we want to do with it? And so what that does is there is an inherent assumption in, like, I can just accept this situation as it is. I don't need to ask why anymore. It happened. Asking why is not going to change the fact that it happened. Can I actually work on just accepting the situation as my foundation? That's the new normal. That's the way that it is. Not that you have to put up with the poor behavior. And a lot of times why is trying to get us to a place where we can figure out, it outsources the experience to trying to control it. It makes us a victim to the answer. It makes us a victim to the question. It makes us a victim to our circumstance, and it keeps us in that storyline. And so my invitation is, if you have found yourself in a place where you are really asking yourself, like, why did this happen? Why me? Why is this going on? Why did that have to happen? Can you instead work on recognizing that, and then do you actually need to know why? Or can you just start to accept the fact that that is the reality of the situation? That's your basis. And now what do you want to do with it? What do you want to intend to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to project your life experience to be? What do you want to do with that assumption being there? So, for example, I had cancer, and for years, there's a gamut of reasons why I had cancer, and I can't necessarily put my thumb on exactly what it is. And when I spent all those years trying to figure out the exact reason, it kept me stuck in that space. It didn't allow me to move forward. And the why gave me an opportunity to learn a whole bunch of stuff about how to avoid cancer, and it still might happen. We don't know everything about it. Same thing with why sometimes people get bullied, why sometimes they lose jobs, why sometimes there's abuse, all of these things. And so if we can get to a place where we can not be stuck in the pattern of why, not be a victim to having to answer that question beyond the answers that we have, and really get to a place of what do we want to do with it. I can accept the situation for what it is as my new normal. What do I now want to do with it? So where in your life are you maybe stuck in the why? And can you give yourself the space to ask yourself, are you ready to accept this situation as it is, so that you can move forward on what you want to be, what you want to experience in your life?